Assalamualaikum. We are group 1 from class S37. We have chosen pangolin, which is one of the endangered species to be discussed in this biodiversity project under the subject of biology. What is pangolin? Pangolin, with its common name is Sunda pangolin, and its scientific name is Menis javanica. Their habitat is in forests and grasslands. In Malaysia, pangolin can be found most at Kota Kinabalu, Sabah, and their common status now is critically endangered, which is a species that having the high risk of extinction. Next, we move on to the next slide. Hierarchical classification of pangolin. Its domain is Eukarya, kingdom is Animalia, phylum Chordata, class Mammalia, order Pholidota, family Menidae, genus Menis, subgenus Paramenis, and lastly, its species is Menis javanica.
Next, we will get to know about different species of pangolins in Asia and in Africa. As we can see, they all have different physical features because they live in different geographical areas, and this is called genetic diversity. So, in Philippines, they have Philippine pangolin, and its scientific name is Menis culiensis. And in Southeast Asia, such as Malaysia, Thailand, and Singapore, we have Sunda pangolin, and its scientific name is Menis javanica. And in China, they have Chinese pangolin, and its scientific name is Menis pentadactyla. And lastly, in India, they have Indian pangolin, and its scientific name is Menis crassicaudata. So, as we can see, they all have the same genus, which is Menis, but different species. Next, species of pangolins that live in Africa. So, there are black-bellied pangolin, white-bellied pangolin, and giant ground pangolin, which is the largest species among the family of pangolins. And lastly, we have Thames ground pangolin.
Next, the main reasons why pangolins are endangered in Malaysia is because of illegal hunting and poaching. Their skills are believed can treat various illnesses in Chinese traditional medicine. Other than that, pangolins are exported to the other countries such as Africa and China because pangolins' meat serves as luxury food in that countries. Also, the scales are processed into leather products like boots, bags, and belts.
So next stop is the effects of the extinction of pangolin. So number 1, it will increase the population of ants and termites. Pangolin keeps the population of ants and termites in the original habitat under control because of their diet. Extinction of pangolin could subsequently kill the tree or harm humans and other animals because the probability of the trees falling is high. So did you know that the Sudan pangolin were recorded to be able to eat about 200,000 ants in each of their mealtime? So generally, ants and termites can become pests if the populations are not controlled. It will nest in soil, mounds, or near tree trunks. So the process of building a nest on a living tree will cause the inside of the tree trunk to be hollow and will be subsequently kill the tree. So therefore, with the existence of pangolin as the main predator of ants and termites in the trees in the forest, the sustainability of the ecosystem can be maintained.
One of the effects of extinction of pangolin is that it may disrupt the food chain in an ecosystem and lead to both extinction of pangolin and its predators. There are some animals that be pangolin predators such as leopards, hyenas, and pythons. If pangolin extinct, those predators might lose their food, their prey. And that will cause them to compete for the limited resources such as food to live on, and that will drive either one or maybe like more population of animal to extinct. And if the pangolin extinction, if pangolin extinct, so the food that pangolin eats on will the population will grow up drastically, that will make a huge upset to the ecosystem, which is massive unbalanced population in an ecosystem. So what happen if those predators, those pangolin predators extinct? Those predators function as the controller for the population of herbivores, so that those population will not exceed its carrying capacity in a habitat. Apart from that, those predators function as a remover of unhealthy animals in a habitat. They have adaptation to those unhealthy animals that carry out the virus or diseases that might affect other animals in that habitat, such as hyenas that have highly acidic system in their stomach that can break down the diseases. So if those predators extinct, it could lead to a massive virus disasters, and it can affect, it can infect to human.
Okay, next, preservation and conservation. Firstly, WWF working together with traffic, train enforcement staff to better detect endangered species. By this, they can take action at the first stage before it's become too late. Next, educate opinions of users about wildlife trafficking and how to report illegal products. They have created a website which is Coalition's reporting page, so that people will be able to report illegal products of pangolins. Third, Rescue and Rehabilitation Center. One of the rehabilitation center is Sabsari, which stands for Sabah Pangolin Sanctuary and Research Institute, which is located in Tawau Hill National Park, Sabah. Sabsari main goal is research, education, and rehabilitation of Sunda pangolin. Next, Sunda pangolin was upgraded to a totally protected species under Schedule 1 of the Sabah Wildlife Conservation Enactment 1997. This showed that they are really concerned about the loss of pangolin, which disturbs Sabah's biodiversity. Next, distribution of pangolin conservation awareness materials such as poster and dictionary of niche article in the press. There are researchers named Elsa Panjang who work with Sabah Wildlife Departments, which is they carry out educational activities with local students and engage with the public to install with pangolins information and awareness materials. Lastly, Pangolins Husbandry Workshop on 24 August. The workshop is organized by LEAP. LEAP stands for Land Empowerment Animals People. The purpose of the workshop is for development of improved guidelines and protocols for pangolin care in Sabah. There are sharing about Sunda pangolin care, demonstrating pangolin care, and also group discussion on pangolin veterinary care. That's all from me.
Finally, suggestions and recommendations. Government can provide education for the community through campaign, making a prohibition board. The society also needs to support government efforts in order to protect pangolin species. Also, we can improve our biological knowledge about pangolins and make sure to not buy any item made up from pangolin skins.